You don't become unforgettable because you were the funniest guy in her life, or the most handsome, or the one who tried the hardest. You become unforgettable because, without forcing anything, you left an imprint on her mind that she can't erase. A sensation, a presence, a weight, a calm intensity that follows her long after you're gone. And you, yes, you watching this, have no idea how powerful you truly are when you stop trying to be liked and start becoming felt. Women never forget a man who does these 6 things. And once you understand them, you stop chasing attention because you become the man her memory refuses to let go of. So sit up, listen closely, and don't miss a single word, because what you're about to learn rewires how you see yourself, how you move, and how women respond to you. Some men disappear from a woman's life like smoke. And then some men stay in her mind for years, even decades, even when she pretends they never mattered. The difference? It's not luck. It's not genetics. It's not some secret charm or alpha nonsense. It's behavior. It's energy. It's the way a man carries himself, not the way he performs. A Stoic man at his core understands one truth. You do not control how long someone stays with you, but you absolutely control how deeply they remember you. And you in particular, you've probably been told to be nicer, softer, more available, more predictable, all the wrong things that make a man forgettable. But today, I'm giving you the opposite. The truth that no one teaches you. The truth that makes a woman think about you long after she said she moved on. Every one of the 6 traits you're about to hear is backed by Stoic philosophy and modern psychology. And when you live them, not perform them, live them, you become a man she can't replace, can't forget, and can't stop comparing others to. Look at your life for a moment. You've been told to chase, to impress, to prove your worth. You've been conditioned to think that being unforgettable means giving more energy than you receive. But what has that done to you? It's left you drained, invisible, easily replaced, easily forgotten. Women don't forget the man who gave the most. They forget the man who gave himself away. Because when you try too hard to be remembered, you actually become forgettable. Psychology is brutal here. The mind remembers contrast. It remembers emotional gravity. It remembers moments where someone made them feel something rare. And when you're too available, too predictable, too desperate for approval, you remove all contrast. You remove all mystery. You remove all gravity. You become noise instead of signal. But the man who holds himself with discipline, the man who speaks with intention, the man whose presence is calm, grounded, and self-contained, that man becomes a psychological imprint. You felt the pain of being forgotten. Now it's time to become the man who can't be. So listen closely, because the 6 traits I'm about to give you transform you from forgettable to unforgettable. Here's the truth most men never realize. A woman doesn't remember your gifts. She doesn't remember your jokes. She doesn't remember what restaurant you took her to. She remembers how she felt in your presence. She remembers your energy, not your effort. Your discipline, not your desperation. Your silence, not your speeches. Your standards, not your weakness. A Stoic man isn't unforgettable because he's loud or impressive. He's unforgettable because he is centered. Centered in his mind. Centered in his actions. Centered in his emotions. That centeredness is what creates gravity. And gravity is what stays with her long after you're gone. All 6 traits flow from this one revelation. Women don't remember the man who tries to please them. Women remember the man who changes the emotional temperature of the room just by being in it. The man who is calm when others are reactive, focused when others are distracted, self-respecting when others are begging for attention, purpose-driven when others are directionless. You, listening right now, have the potential to become this man, not by pretending, not by acting, but by returning to the power you lost when you began chasing validation. Now, let's break down the 6 traits that make a man truly unforgettable, the traits you will carry for life. Trait 1, your emotional stability. A woman never forgets the man she couldn't shake, the man who didn't panic when she pulled away, the man who didn't beg, didn't break, didn't crumble. Your calmness under pressure brands itself into her memory. It makes her feel safe, challenged, and respected all at once. Emotional stability is rare, and rarity creates unforgettable value. Trait 2, your standards. A man with high standards becomes a psychological mirror. He reflects a woman's true behavior back at her. When you enforce boundaries with calm clarity, she remembers it forever, not because it hurt her, but because it made her respect you. Men without standards disappear. Men with standards leave permanent impact. Trait 3, your silence. Not the passive-aggressive kind, the powerful kind. The man who doesn't over-explain, doesn't overshare, doesn't try to convince, becomes mysterious, attractive, and unforgettable. Your silence creates space for her mind to fill with thoughts about you. And nothing is more memorable than the thoughts a woman creates herself. Trait 4, your purpose. A man consumed by a mission becomes unforgettable because he forces the world to respect him, including women. Purpose is the source of masculine gravity. When you live with intention, every woman who meets you knows she's standing in front of a man with direction. Women forget boys. They never forget men of purpose. Trait 5, your self-respect. When you walk away from disrespect, when you refuse to be treated like an option, when you choose dignity over desire, you etch yourself into her long-term memory. Because self-respect is extremely rare, and the brain attaches to what it cannot easily find again. Trait 6, your detachment from validation. This is the most powerful. When you enjoy her presence, but don't rely on it. When you care, but don't cling. When you connect, but don't collapse. You become unforgettable. Your detachment creates emotional freedom, and emotional freedom is the mark of a Stoic man. These 6 traits don't make you perform better. They make you become better. And that transformation is what a woman's mind remembers. Here is how you apply this starting today. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Right now, you ground yourself with emotional discipline. You stop reacting to every message, every mood, every little shift in her tone. You move like a man who understands his value. You speak slowly, deliberately, purposefully. You enforce your boundaries calmly, not with anger, but with certainty. You live your mission first, relationships second, not because you're cold, but because you're guided by something bigger than approval. You carry silence with confidence. You stop explaining yourself. You stop chasing clarity from people who confuse you on purpose. You let your absence do the talking when your presence is not valued. You build a life that keeps you centered. Work, fitness, discipline, learning, solitude. And you allow women to be part of that world without letting them define it. As you do this, something powerful happens. Your presence grows heavier. Your energy sharpens. Your aura deepens. You don't need to impress anyone anymore. Your existence becomes impressive by itself. And she, the woman in your past, your present, or your future, will feel it instantly. She will sense the difference. She will remember you. Because men like this don't come often. Men like this change the emotional chemistry of a woman's mind. You become the one she compares everyone else to, not because you played games, but because you mastered yourself. Now take a breath and look at yourself honestly. Not with shame, not with regret, with awareness. You know exactly which part of you needs a rise. You know where you've been too soft, too available, too forgettable, too hungry for attention, too far from the man you were meant to be. This is your moment to shift, to step into the 6 traits that make a man unforgettable, to build the mindset, the discipline, the calm strength of a Stoic man. Remember this. You are not responsible for whether a woman stays. You are responsible for the man she meets. And when that man is powerful, calm, disciplined, and centered, he is never forgotten. Walk forward with that truth. Carry yourself with that energy. Become the man whose presence leaves an imprint on every room, every heart, every life he touches. The unforgettable man is not born. He is built. And you, starting right now, are building him.